Hello everybody, welcome back. It has been a busy couple of weeks here in Lucyland. I wanted to take this video to talk about something very special, and that was my trip to Disneyland Paris. First of all, this trip was actually our honeymoon. We had originally wanted to go to Boston and Massachusetts for our honeymoon, but we decided that with the amount of money that it would cost, and like we didn't want to skimp on like treats and things, coupled with a couple of things we've been sort of hearing about traveling to America at the moment, we just felt like let's do that in a couple of years. For now, let's just do something that I've certainly wanted to do for a long time, and Chris also wanted to do, which was go to Disneyland Paris. I have wanted to go to Disneyland Paris since I was a child. Disneyland Paris is like 30 something years old. I am 30 something years old. I remember the videos with the hot air balloon on the VHS, and I always wanted to go there, but we were never able to when I was a kid. I have finally fulfilled my dream of going to Disneyland Paris. In this video, I'm gonna do like a brief overview of our stay, what kind of rides we'd enjoyed, and a couple of foods that I would recommend if you're going soon. And then I'm gonna show you what I bought, because that's what I would be interested in. I can't remember all the prices for various things off the top of my head, so I'll pop them in the corner if I can dig out any receipts, or you know what I'm saying. So let's start off with just a bit of the travel stuff. With our Disney package, we did ours through Disney Holidays. We had to go to Luton, which was a little bit of a pain. I would recommend, if you can get an airport nearer to you, like our nearest airports are Southampton, Bournemouth, and even Gatwick is closer than Luton. My dad very kindly drove us there. It just added like a tiny little bit more stress than we needed to, just to make sure we got there in time for the flight. I mean, we did. We had so much time to kill. It was ridiculous. But Chris and I haven't got a load of experience with flying, so we just wanted to make sure that we were in and checked in and we could just relax after that point. Once we were on the plane, it was all fine, plain sailing. We touched down in Paris. Something I will say about the Paris airport, we flew into Charles de Gaulle. We had to get a connecting coach to take us to Disney. So that was our transport, was the Magic Shuttle. I hadn't seen anywhere when I was doing my research how far away the terminal for the coach was to the one you flew in on. Honestly, it's like a 10-15 minute walk through various terminals, so be prepared for that if you're doing that, and plan it. We did a very stressed stomp down. We managed to catch it. It was absolutely fine. Do you need that stress when you're on the way to Disney? Now, the coach dropped us right outside our hotel. We stayed at Sequoia Lodge. We'd had good recommendations from that. What I would say is the room was a tiny bit dated. It was very pretty. It had like Bambi wallpaper, but on the TV you can't really access anything. It's literally just like a couple of preloaded things, not even like the odd film for a kid to have. And there was only one plug socket in the whole room. It was like a little hub that they'd had. So luckily Chris and I have like 2-meter charging cables, but even then it wasn't really adequate for what we needed. But apart from that, very nice hotel room, fairly standard, but all we were going to do in there is sort of sleep and relax and put our feet up. A couple of features the room did have, which I really liked, is a little washing line that ran across the bath. That was really handy for when our clothes got like a little bit, you know, sweaty and we needed to give them a quick wash and a refresh, or when Chris got pooped on in the Indiana Jones line. That was also very useful. The windows opened, which was really nice. The only other thing that would have been a tiny little bit better is the aircon was very much like air circulation, not cooling. It said it was cooling, it wasn't really cooling, so that's something to be aware of as well if you're going to Sequoia Lodge. We really enjoyed it, but that's not to detract anything away from the stay we had. We got in quite late. We got in at like 7 or something, and we had dinner booked. We went to Hunter's Grill in Sequoia Lodge, and oh my god, what a fantastic hotel restaurant. It's all you can eat. It was just so good. All the food was really good. The meat wasn't overdone. The vegetables were well seasoned. There was like a real variety of food, hot foods, sort of roast style foods, pastas, salads, also like charcuterie, fantastic amount of puddings. I really recommend Hunter's Grill. So good. In the grounds of Sequoia Lodge, there's like a pool and a health spa, which we didn't get to go to, unfortunately. I would have loved to. We did pack our cozies just in case. And it was nice that it was so close to Disney Village. Enough of the hotel. Let's talk about some of my favorite rides. We didn't buy any fast passes or anything. We just kind of like rocked up at different times. We really liked the Indiana Jones ride. Was super fun, but it was fast. Like, not fast in like speed, but like it was over quickly. We waited a long time for Indiana Jones and it was over in like less than a minute. So that was kind of a little bit annoying, and we kind of found like there was this bang for your buck ratio with rides, like how much do we want to do it versus the weight. We also kind of kept checking the app, and we found a couple of kind of like good times that were good. Like usually when all the kids were having dinner, we would be like, woo, let's go on that ride right now. We really loved Hyperspace Mountain. I'd seen that ride since I was a kid, so I was super excited to go on it. It did not disappoint. It was a really fun roller coaster. We did it twice. The first time we waited 40 minutes for it because it was during the day, but then in the evening we went again and it was only a 10-minute wait. We also really loved Flight Force, which is the old rock and roller coaster. That was really fun as well. I wasn't sure what to expect from that one, but it was unexpectedly good. Our favourite ride was probably Tower of Terror. We went on that twice. Again, we sort of did the 40-minute queue, and then later in the evening we managed to do it in like 5-10 minutes. And it was just so fun, and the cast members were super spooky, and they made it a really good experience. I mean, I don't think we had a bad experience on any of the rides. The queue for the Toy Story parachute ride was a bit of a slog, to be honest. We didn't go on Crush's roller coaster because it was always an hour. And also there's a Peter Pan ride that was always like 60-70 minutes, and I don't know why. So if anyone's been on that ride, what is it? Why is it so popular? Please let me know. With the rides, we also did classics, of course. We did Lancelot's Carousel, we did the Teacups, we did Small World. There was only a couple of rides we didn't end up going on, to be honest. Something I want to note here about the ride, I am a bigger gal. I am plus size and I am 5'7". I didn't have any problems on any of the rides we went on. Obviously I didn't go on Crush's coaster, which is the one that people hear the most about. So yeah, if you're worried about that, my fears were quashed so quickly. And the only time I had to be like pushed into one was on Hyperspace Mountain the second time. I just sort of didn't do it strong enough. That was on me, and also I'd had like a big dinner, so I was a bit like, ugh. Talking about dinner, we ate a lot at Disney. We ate a lot of food. We did it so we had half board plus, which meant that all of our breakfasts and dinners were paid for in advance, so we didn't have to worry about it. And we really made the most of it. We ate a lot of the food. First night we did Hunter's Grill, like I said, it was all you can eat, and we did breakfast at Hunter's Grill every day because we were staying in the Square Lodge. The second night we went to the Remy Bistro, which was not all you can eat, but the food was really nice, really fancy French kind of dining. Oh, also the Ratatouille ride's really good. It's right next to the restaurant. We nipped on after we'd had our meal. Oh my god, so immersive. It was great. Love that. Third night we went to Pim Kitchen, which was fine. It wasn't like the best restaurant we'd been to, but it was fun. And they had some really like interesting foods on offer. They'd obviously gone for like the science kind of theme, and there was like a huge burger and tiny burgers, so that was quite fun, absolutely. And then the last day we went to Annette's. It was a 1950s style restaurant. Like, that's exactly the sort of thing that I'm into. If you want to see some of these pictures, I will put a couple of pictures up as I've been speaking, but if you want to see more, there is loads and loads of pictures on my highlight reel of it's on my Instagram, which is linked down below. Something I do want to talk about as well, we went during the Festival of Music, which was really lovely. We went and watched Mary Poppins dance with her Pearly band. We saw Goofy conducting his invisible orchestra. We saw Mickey going around in his uniform. We saw Minnie leading a parade. It was just really lovely, and we definitely had some food themed snacks about that as well. I had the macaron, which was really good. It had popcorn, ice cream in. Honestly, I think I could make a whole video about the food that I ate at Disney, and I'm still tempted to. So if you want to see that, please let me know, because this video is already getting really long and I don't think I've stopped talking. Let's talk about what we bought. So first of all, this is the bag we took with us. It was really adequate. We didn't need like loads of extra bags or anything. It's this Cath Kids and Disney one that I've had for years and years and years. It's a Peter Pan bag, but I kept everything in here. Oh, something else that was really cute about our little stay is Chris bought me some little gold Mickey Mouse studs, which was really lovely to be able to wear those around the parks and really special. I'll see if I can find a little picture and pop them here because they were so cute. First things first, let's talk ears. I really wanted a pair of ears when we went to Disney, but when I went they only had like the same 5 pairs of ears in every single shop. It was really frustrating. We went to a fair few of them as well. There was like some sparkly mini ones, there was like regular mini ones, Chip and Dale, but they weren't ears, the Chip and Dale ones, they were just like an Alice band. There was Lilo and Stitch ones. Every single bit of merch was Lilo and Stitch because they got a new film coming out, and Chris and I were quite shocked at the lack of like representation of like a majority of films, to be honest. One hat I was really tempted by was the little music bandstand kind of hat, but I didn't go for it. Another one I was really tempted by was the Indiana Jones ears. It had little Indiana Jones hat and a little whip and then the ears, and that was super cute as well. After searching in many shops, we were just about to go back to the hotel, and there was one more shop by the exit, and I was like, I'm just gonna check in here. And in there, they had the ears that I ended up buying, which are these. How pretty are those? Little Mermaid themed ears. I just really love them. I love all the detail, I love all the sequins. How pretty is that? So I'm gonna wear these for the rest of the video. Okay, a couple of free things that we got. We got some I'm celebrating badges because we told them it was our honeymoon, so they gave us some badges to wear, which was super cute. We also took this from the Ratatouille restaurant because it was so cute. And what I would like to do with some of these free bits is sort of frame them, and then that can be like a background to the frame. Really good quality napkin, I gotta say. We also got one of these little coins. These are like a couple of euros from the machines that they have dotted around Disney. They're just like little Paris money, and we thought that was a really pretty little keepsake. This is a Small World one, and we really loved that ride. It was so overwhelming in the best possible way. We bought a couple of gifts for people. We've already given the gift. First of all, we got a really pretty pin badge for our friend Sarah, who you've seen in many a video. I'll pop a picture of it here because I've already given it to her, and it was part of the Festival of Music. And then we also got 2 build your own droids, one for Sarah's husband Phil. Sarah and Phil also bought us presents when they last went to Disney, and then we got one for our friend Robin because it was his birthday and he loves Star Wars, and we just thought it'd be cute to get him a little droid, and we put sombreros on them. Let's do our photo pass. So we only got one photo the whole ride. We just thought it was fun, and Chris and I grew up in fairly modest kind of households. We didn't go on loads and loads of trips or anything like that, either one of us. So something we always loved when we did go to theme parks when we were younger is that like little photos, and we never get them. So we were like, should we treat ourselves and get a photo? So we got this one on Hyperspace Mountain. Here we go. So we were on a seat of 4, and then he was like, do you know the people behind you? And we said no. So he put these little rebel pilots behind us, which was really funny. And you can see that we are just loving it. Chris and I love a roller coaster. We got a couple of pin badges, of course we did. I got this massive one for me. It says Paris, and then the characters like spin round. And I thought that was really cool, really chunky pin. And then we got this Figaro one, which I just thought was so cute. But I actually can't watch Pinocchio because it freaks me out big time. We went to the Lego store. They've got this big, beautiful Disney Lego store, and we got a couple of key rings. Chris got this really cute little dinosaur, just because of the cuteness level, if I'm being honest. And then I got myself a little Pooh Bear. I love a bit of Winnie the Pooh. My pajamas that I took with me from Primark had Winnie the Pooh on them. Chris and I also love a magnet. The first one was this classic Disneyland Paris one. It has a really good texture to it, which I enjoyed, but I love the Sleeping Beauty castle. Sleeping Beauty is one of my favorite Disney films. And then we got a Hollywood Tower of Terror one because we love the ride so much. So look at that, isn't that funny? Chris and I have magnets from like wherever we go. We've got Dublin, we've got Bristol, we've got all sorts. Next is actually going to be a gift for my brother, and it's a lanyard. So I know these lanyards are for like pin trading. My brother has autism, he has additional needs, and he has a lot of little passes, like bus passes, and I thought that would be a really fun thing to be able to carry these around in. He also loves Disney, and I thought he would just really like this Mickey Mouse lanyard. And that was actually Chris's idea as well. I was racking my brains being like, oh, we should get Alex something, like a little something, and then he was like, well, how about a lanyard? And I was like, oh my god, that's absolutely perfect. I have 2 more things to show you today. I was really surprised that Chris went for clothing merch because, I don't know, I guess I just didn't have him really pegged for that. But he really loved, as I said before, we really love Tower of Terror. So he got this Tower of Terror t-shirt. It's nice and long, which is good. And then it has the Tower of Terror Hotel on it. Nice, it has the little logo on the side as well. And yeah, actually that's a really cozy like t-shirt. He also got a jumper, which was the Empire Strikes Back Star Wars jumper. So there you go. That is everything we bought at Disneyland. The journey back was super, super easy. Again, we probably got to the Paris airport way too early, but ultimately, like, I'd rather be there for my flight, if I'm being honest. We just got the return magic shuttle and it was nice and simple. We had time to kill, so we had a lovely cocktail and we had a really good cast member called Chris in the Redwood bar who was so funny and really attentive, and that was lovely. Really made our day. And yeah, and now we're back, and we've been back for like 2 weeks, and now I have to deal with these Disney blues. And I've checked probably like 3 times cost of the next trip, so I need to like chill out a little bit. I think that's it for my roundup, for this roundup anyway. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Obviously, I might do another Disney video or so, but we do lots of other fun things on here. We do vlogs, we do cooking, we do food tasting, we do all sorts of things. So please stick around to check them out. Thank you for watching. I make videos nearly every week, and I hope to see you around. Bye.